So maybe this assumption is a bit naive of me, but I think we could be approaching the end of the game now. This remains to be seen. There's still a whole lot that we ought to do. Hey, Linda's gone. Can we look around her room now?
That's a rather nasty-looking stick pin.
What was that? She had some kind of fancy stick pin in her hair? Unknown substance adhering to the shaft. Well, we're gonna have to take that to the lab then, yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, I wanted to take a look at the Finger of Suspicion, but I think I might try to sit down and make this the double-length finale episode, if that's how it goes. Usually whenever I play a series, I try to...
I'd certainly like to see what Miss Marshall has stashed in there.
Okay, just forget what I was saying. What the hell is this?
The combination to the box, it must be found. Trial and error will not open it.
It's some kind of zodiac sign box.
A mystery of the highest order.
Baffling, Poirot. Baffling.
Dude, okay, Linda... You know what sucks about this is that I really think that John North murdered Arlena. But everyone is still being incredibly suspicious in this game. Like, inexplicable suspicion. What's this up here?
Linda's watch. It agrees with yours exactly, Poirot.
Therefore the watch, it is correct to the second.
Did she tell us that she thought her watch was late or something? I forget the significance of that. Something in the fireplace.
More green fabric. From the ashes, it looks like quite a bit was burned here.
Burned green fabric. Well, that's the exact same shade as the hat, but we know that there was an imposter hat too. What is going on, man? There is so much happening, and there's something small here. What was that? Burnt hair. A bit of burnt hair found in Linda Marshall's fireplace. Dude, there is... There are way too many clues in this room. What's going on? Okay. There's a lot of things that are just difficult to see. I'm surprised I found all of them so far. We have a lot of stuff to bring back to the laboratory now, but before we do that, let's consult the Finger. I want to make sure that we know everything we need to. Oh my god, Mr. F, are you okay? Okay, we've got George Strum, Horace, Rosamond, Carrie. Okay, Rosamond. I'm guessing it's talk?
Huh?
Okay, so we probably want to show her another piece of fabric. We'll do that. With Christine. She's an interesting piece of the puzzle.
Huh? Can the answer be any clearer, mon ami?
Search Christine's room is what we want to do. The gardeners then? Didn't we get a clue to search their room?
All-knowing powers that seek the truth when other... Fun.
Okay, yeah, so more rooms need to be searched. Let's just back up and get to that then. Wow. Okay, where's Christine's room? I feel like I tried to search. Oh, it's the Redferns, so they both have the same room. Oh, that's right. I tried to come in through the balcony and I couldn't, because she's out there. Suitcase.
A rather touching photograph.
Oh my gosh. Well, did we take that with us or no? They look to be quite happy. Nothing on the back. We took it, though. Okay, I finally got my cat situated. He will hopefully not interrupt us anymore. So we have a photograph in there. Doesn't seem like anything else, really. Nothing in the drawers, nothing in the mirror. Can we just pop out and is she still there? That's probably not the best look for us, just having gone right through her stuff.
Please leave me alone for the moment.
And we can't go back in this way, can we? No, that's kind of funny. Okay, the Rosamond Darnley, we gotta talk to her. I'm guessing we're going to ask her to compare that fabric we just found in Linda's room.
Could you examine some fabric for me, madame?
Right.
Let's see. This burnt fabric is rayon from the same piece as the torn fabric you showed me before.
Merci once more, mademoiselle.
Okay, so the fine silk. Okay, here's what I'm getting at. This is the fine silk that was cut from Marlena's hat. And at the scene, we also found by the rocks. Where is it? Here, let me just back up. We also found this torn piece of fabric, which looks very similar, but it's not. It's a cheap piece of rayon that's been dyed green. And this is apparently the exact same fabric. So that actually places Linda, then, at the scene of the crime, which she denied. Very interesting. I still don't... I don't want to say Linda murdered her mom, okay? I'm really trying to steer away from that, but the chips are slightly starting to fall in that direction. Okay, Gardner's room. What's in here? Trash can? Oh boy, oh my gosh, there's puzzles in this game? What? Who would have guessed? Okay, for real, it looks like we actually do have a sliced up little puzzle here. Yeah, I might time-lapse this, because this is actually, what, a 5 by 6 puzzle? So this might take me a little while to do. Okay. I'm not sure what we're missing, but it's something very, very small. What if I switch all of these real quick?
This document bears further study.
Got it.
I will keep it in my notebook.
Okay, so I had arranged it correctly just on 2 different rows. Let's finally give that a good read now that it's all together. Where's the thing? Documents. Letter of regret. Mr. Gardner, I cannot tell you how much I looked forward to playing Brina, I think that name is, in your production of Anton Chekhov's marvelous Three Sisters. I'm sure your little theater would have mounted a magnificent production equal to a play of that stature. Unfortunately, a personal emergency has arisen that forces me to travel immediately to the United States, and to remain there during the month we planned to be in rehearsal, so I must withdraw from your production. I am devastated to disappoint you, but really I must see to this personal matter. I'm sure you will forgive me. I hope we will have an opportunity to work with one another at some future time. Devotedly, Arlena Marshall. That is so fake, because it looks like Mr. Gardner has written here, personal emergency, starring in an American film. That really sucks. So Arlena completely blew off a prior engagement so that she could
Believe me when I...
do just a more expensive show. Wow, that sucks. It's like, one thing I notice in these games is that the more you investigate the murder, the less you feel bad for the people who got murdered. Oh boy. What else does that leave us with? Let me hit the finger real quick, because I actually want to know what the deal is with George Strum. George is a big one I don't know about.
We beseech...
Because he's the beach attendant, right? And we need to get him a drink?
Can...
I guess we'll have to go find him another one. That's what it is. Horace.
We be...
How about him? I wasn't sure if we needed anything from Horace.
Voila!
Search his room again, apparently. Oh, it's because the stain in his suitcase. We probably need to find a way to collect that. And then Weston, I'm guessing this is just talk to him. On with it.
Fantastic.
Okay, yeah, talk to him. Okay, let's go hit Horace's room real quick. He's not far. Here he is. Now, Horace has a strange stain at the bottom of his suitcase.
Fascinating.
And we have to do something with it to collect a sample, I'm guessing, so we can take it back to the lab with all of our other lab items. I'm just not sure what at all. Bath salts?
I will...
No. Stick pin?
The good detective knows.
We don't know what's up with that stick pin, though. It said it had some sort of grimy shit all over it. Scissors? Can we just cut out the bottom?
This is neat.
No. We've already cut enough of people's suitcases. Spatula. Wait, spatula. That works.
That will do quite well.
Okay, did we just, like... We just spatched off a bit of oil. Alright, awesome. Next up then is Mr. George Strum. Gotta get him a drink, only I'm not sure what he likes, so we're just gonna have to have one of everything from Henry's bar. So that should be fun. Where's his bar? It's this way, isn't it? There we are.
Afternoon, Mr. Poirot. Terrible thing, this murder. I hope you get to the bottom of it. Need a little stimulation to help you think? Choose from the menu if you like.
I say, some tasty concoctions here, Poirot.
Last time we got him a vodka gimlet, or whatever, however you say that. This time, let's try a gin fizz.
I shall have the gin fizz, s'il vous plaît.
Right you are.
You know what? It really would be safest to just get one of everything.
There you go.
Merci. Hastings, we must stay alert. I ordered the drink only for appearances.
Whatever.
Okay, okay. Yeah, let's keep on doing it until we get new dialogue.
I say.
There you go.
Merci. Hastings?
Whatever.
Okay, you know what? We're getting nowhere with that, so maybe we have to actually just go straight up and ask George what kind of drink he'd like. This could be.
Please give me some time to myself.
Ugh. Back I go, I guess.
I say.
Planter's Punch.
Sorry, sir. All out of dark rum and grenadine, I'm afraid.
Oh my god.
Blame George. It's his favorite drink.
Allow me the contribution.
Dark rum. I can certainly use this. Thank you, sir.
I say.
You're kidding me. All I had to do is click on Planter's Punch and I would have known.
Sorry, sir.
Allow me the contribution.
Cough syrup? I can't serve cough syrup to my customers.
Shh.
I say.
Sure you can. Just give some to George.
Sorry, sir. All out of dark rum and grenadine, I'm afraid. Blame George.
Allow me the
Cough syrup?
Okay, so
I say.
he won't let us give him cough syrup because George doesn't like lean, it sounds like. Didn't we have, like, grapefruit juice or something? No, we had an empty bottle of grenadine. Yeah. Alright, looks like we're going to the store then. Get back to the mainland and maybe we'll be able to buy some. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. How about over here?
May I help you, sir?
No, merci.
Okay, none there. Okay, you know what? Okay, we've got a lot of stuff here. Let's begin with the oil sample. Oils. So this was found in Horace Blatt's suitcase. He's the sailor.
The substance in Monsieur Black's suitcase is the oil for the protecting of a gun from rust, Hastings.
Alright, I'm gonna call cap on that because I actually know for a fact that gun oil is just overpriced regular oil. You could just use other kinds of oil for different functions and it would work fine for a firearm. But okay, I'll buy it. So we know that Horace Blatt has a pistol. Big whoop. Actually, no, that's actually pretty big to know that he's armed and dangerous then. How about the stick pin? What's this weird substance on here?
I am so...
It's not a drug.
I am
It's
sorry.
not foodstuffs. It's another oil. Or perhaps a wax even. But is it the same?
The substance on the stick pin, it is candle wax.
Oh boy. That's, Alright. Linda's totally gone complete Jane Penvillain mode. She's doing all sorts of edgy cult shit. I can tell you that right now. I don't know why, though. It must be that Curse of the Islands shit. Burnt hair? No? Guess we can't do that. What about... Oh, we can use it with the microscope, though.
Ah, almost there.
I didn't realize we could use the microscope. Wait, where did it go? Do I have to compare it to another sample?
Hastings, this is important. Would you not agree?
But why, though? What did we infer from that? It was the same hair? Is that what it was? So, where did we find the first hair? Was it in Arlena's room? Linda had been poking around there? I suppose. What else can I do with the stuff? I feel like there's at least one more item we can use. It's not Linda's watch. It's not the broken compass. Well, there's 2 test tubes remaining. 3, actually, because one of them's halfway off camera. So I suppose those are the last 3. There's only 3 more items in the game that we could use. Arlena's hairbrush. That's where we found the hair. Okay. Interesting. So this implies that Linda was in Arlena's bathroom. For reasons not entirely known. Chief Weston, then. Let's go talk with him. I'll bet he's got a report on, who was it this time? Gideon Fell? I'm not even sure. We've been asking him to look up so many different persons of interest. Wait, what? Are you... Hang on.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Take a look at this. Apparently the Redfern Portrait, if we examine it... He just said that it had a name of the photographer on the back. But I can't examine that. Look at this. And it's a JN, too.
Redfern was taken by a Jimmy Nash, as you can see from the reverse side.
Yes.
I will ask Monsieur Redfern if he knows Monsieur Nash, but please send it along to Scotland Yard as well. It may help.
Of course.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Poirot really sees someone with the initials JN and declares a manhunt. Okay, real talk, though. Where can I find some grenadine, Big Sauce? Maybe, Albert Bagley has some. Pardon me, monsieur.
Have you any dark rum?
Aha.
Nary a drop, I'm afraid. With trade being as slow as it is, there's not much sense in restocking.
Grenadine, though?
I'm afraid I need some time to myself.
Bro, but that's not even the thing I needed. Maybe there's grenadine in the old closed pub.
Please, leave.
That's where we'll go look next. Oh, okay, this is a pretty clever solution, if I'm being honest. It's Poirot being a bit of a dog. I wouldn't have thought of this, because I thought that Poirot was just trying to be a nice guy, but nah, he's pulling the wool over his eyes. Okay, get a load of this. We take the bottle of cough syrup, and we pour it into the grenadine bottle. So now it's, yes, a bottle of grenadine, I assure you.
Afternoon, Mr. Poirot. Terrible thing, this murder. I hope you get to the bottom of it.
I say.
A Blinder's Punch.
Sorry, sir. All
Allow me the contribution.
grenadine. I can't imagine where you found it, but thank you, sir. This will do nicely. I can now make Planter's Punch again.
The amount of roofies you could slip into everything this guy makes is unreal. Just, hey, I found an open bottle of grenadine.
There you go.
Don't bother
Messy.
sampling it. It's not cough syrup. We have a drink for George Strum now, which means that he is going to have enough liquid courage to dive down to the bottom of the cove and find whatever it was that was thrown at somebody. I even forget which one it is. If it was thrown, what was thrown at Arlena, or what was thrown at Christine, or Brewster, or what.
A planter's punch. This will do nicely. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, go easy on the grenadine next time.
That certainly restored my nerves wonderfully. Now then, you had a bit of diving you wanted me to do.
Okay, yeah, so this is the beach where Brewster had some fun.
No luck yet, sir, but I'll have another go.
I swear to God if you find nothing, George. Like, imagine if that was all for nothing. You do look like a penguin, Poirot. Oh, he's got something. Is that a bottle? Is it grenadine?
This it, sir. Just a small glass bottle.
But wherever did it come from? Empty bottle. Difficult to determine what it once contained. Huh. That is a mystery there. So what... I can't think of anyone who would have a connection to a bottle, especially a bottle that we don't have any data on. I mean, what did it say? can't even determine what it once contained. We could probably take that to the lab and it would tell us. Finger of suspicion. We only had George Strum right then, so maybe we'll have some new stuff now.
Alas, Hastings.
Okay, so
Well, Hastings?
I see how it is.
Oh, I am glad.
Alright, Poirot says no fingers. So, my prerogative then is to take this bottle right down to the lab. So, I'm assuming that... Yeah, we still have a couple of glasses left here, or files left. Empty bottle. Yeah, there we go. So, what did this once contain? Foodstuffs, I'm guessing?
I am sorry.
No. Drugs?
I am...
Blood?
I am...
Okay, really, what did it contain?
I am...
It's cosmetics. Why is it always the last thing I try? Damn.
The bottle thrown from the balcony, it contained artificial suntan.
Thrown from the balcony. Artificial suntan. Maybe it was Patrick's, and he was just trying to get nice and crisped up for Arlena, and Christine saw it and threw it out in a rage. I don't know. I really don't know, but that does leave us with one vial left, and I'm not sure what to use it on, but I have half a mind to think that whatever it is, we already have it in our inventory. So now I've just got to figure out what. This could be tricky. Is the finger still going to give me the cold shoulder?
Alas,
Yeah.
Alas, Hastings, the finger of suspicion cannot extricate. Well, Hastings.
All right. Give me a little clue, my man.
I'm at my wit's end.
He's
I
exaggerating.
can't figure out my next move for the life of me.
It's not that bad. He's
You may
exaggerating.
rest assured that the answer to your problem lies hidden in facts you already possess.
Right. Well,
Okay, so if he says hidden in facts we already possess, then that means that we have, right now, the power to advance the mystery. It's something in our inventory, but I don't know what. Give me 1 second while I try literally everything in my inventory, and I'll stop you guys if I find something that works.
I do not think that is...
Okay. It looks like we actually need to send a telegram for once. Is that right? Yeah, okay, we got 2 telegraphs we can send. Okay, one to Miss Porter's School for Young Ladies.
Thank you, sir. I'll send it off directly.
And then the other, excuse me, my cat is awoken from his nap. To Barkett and Applegood, Solicitors, Bedford Square, London.
Thank you, sir. I'll send it off at once.
Okay, wait, is that the end of a chapter? Shit, it
Abian
is.
Hastings, we progress most satisfactorily.
I'm not sure who that
The
second
course
envelope
now
is
is to identify and to remove the red herrings that obscure our true path. Where have our investigations taken us? I will remind you of those moments I considered the most important. You, of course, must
cheating.
decide which pertain to the murder of Arlena Stewart, which are additional crimes that, while they may have no bearing on the murder, must still be solved, and what we still must learn before all questions are answered and the guilty unmasked.
All right, is it time?
Are you ready, mon ami?
I think we're
as
going
ready as
gamer
I'll
mode.
ever be, I suppose. But could I have my 6th clue to the secret of the finger of suspicion?
He's just using the magnet under
But
the
of
desk,
course,
isn't he?
The 6th clue is telephone.
Okay, I don't know what to do with that.
Let's see what we have so far then. Power, lamp, desk, drawer, magnet, and now telephone. Thank you, Poirot. I'm ready to hear what you consider important about what we've learned so far.
He's so confused.
First, what are the mysteries we are trying to unravel?
Okay, we've got a couple of them. Here's the first one.
The murder of Arlena Marshall.
Of primary importance. We will explore the possible suspects presently, but let us take a moment for motive. What are your thoughts on the reason Arlena Marshall was murdered?
There's a lot of reasons that people could murder her, but I think number one is totally going to be obsession, because we got those notes from JN.
Obsession.
Obsession spurned. Can be love transformed to hatred in but a moment.
All right, I think that was the right answer, because normally he will tell me that I'm a dumbass and all that. So, that's one in the books. I think that she was murdered by JN, who is probably John North, but could be the other JN name that we heard that I already forget. I just remember that there was a second one somewhere. So, yeah, that's what I think I'm going to lock in. John North murdered her out of obsession. Let's move on to Millie Parsons. This one should be a gimme. Damn, there are a lot of mysteries packed in this game.
The murder of Millie Parsons.
We now know enough of the circumstances in the crime to point towards a killer with motive and opportunity. The anthropology instructor, Gideon Fell.
Damn straight.
And unless Mr. Fell is on Seadrift Island or in Leathercombe Bay in disguise, he is not a suspect in Arlena Marshall's murder.
But the M.O.
Yet there were several
the M.O. is the
persons who
same.
were either intimately or peripherally involved in the case on Seadrift Island.
True. And 2 points remain to be cleared up. Can you name them?
The murders were very similar. Linda's involved in voodoo, isn't she? Because she had that candle wax and like the weird fancy stick pin and all that creepy shit.
Is Linda Marshall involved in voodoo?
The signs seem to point in that direction, I am afraid.
Yeah, she's such a weirdo.
Once we hear from Miss Porter and learn what Mademoiselle Marshall hides in her puzzle box, we will have our final answers, I think.
That's right,
the
the puzzle
Fell,
box.
the man you mentioned in your story of voodoo?
The one who awakens in the night in the greatest of fear? Yes, it was he.
Is that the
Because
guy we
of
saw?
voodoo?
Is it so hard to accept? If you accept that he himself believed in the power of voodoo?
Okay, I remember that in the very first episode of the game, one of the 3 stories he was telling us showed a man waking up in the middle of the night in his bed. And I thought it was a man being killed by a voodoo doll. But then that never came back, so I'm guessing that that was actually just, you know, your boy Gideon Fell having a voodoo nightmare. Let's move on to the next one, Murder of Alice Corrigan. This is the woman who was, we think, also murdered by Gideon Fell.
The murder of Alice Corrigan.
Or it was the same
We know
MO.
little of the details of this case. Only that the husband was implicated and cleared due to the unbreakable alibi. And this crime was committed near Brixham as well. It may yet prove to be connected to the Millie Parsons case.
All 3 women were
I thought
murdered
the
in very
police
similar
proved
ways.
that Fell couldn't have been the killer.
There may be another connection, Hastings. Do not rule it out.
Okay, activities of 5th columnist. What are the 5th columnists again?
The activities of 5th columnists.
Yes, it seems clear that Mrs. Castle watches.
Oh, are they the
But
spies?
not in the name of England.
Okay, okay. Voodoo on Seadrift.
Voodoo on Seadrift Island.
What's with that eyebrow, my
Yes.
guy?
And we have the indications it is being practiced here and by young Mrs. Marshall.
Right. Good old Tom Cutter.
The ghost of Tom Cutter.
Good old bread and butter.
Yes, the ghost who is not the ghost. Do you have any theories as to who the ghost might be?
I want to say Albert. I think Albert would be the kind of guy to help try to bring publicity back up by dressing up as a ghost. And also he has that scruffy sea dog look to him.
Albert Bagby.
Searching for the game of darts?
Searching for the treasure.
If you say so, Hastings.
I didn't even look at those other options that he gave me, but he seemed a little skeptical when I said that. I don't know. Bagby or another native to the area would probably be the one behind it. Mr. North.
The birdwatcher, Mr. North.
Yes, the report from Scotland Yard, which I hope you have read. It tells us he is the smuggler. But of what? Is he allied with the 5th Communists? Or someone else?
He said
Bullets
communist,
and
not
Mr.
columnist.
Blatt.
Yes, Monsieur Blatt is shot at, but fails to mention the fact. Shot at by whom?
That's right.
A
that
German
happened.
U-boat?
Possibly. If it were the authorities, I am sure Colonel Weston would have been informed. Yet he did not find the incident of sufficient interest to tell anyone. He even makes up the transparent lie of storm damage. Why? Yes, all of these mysteries
gosh,
still
text box.
bedevil us
What's
to
wrong?
greater or lesser degree. Now I will list the characters in our little drama. Do you believe that we can eliminate anyone from any of the mysteries we pursue?
Totally. There are some people we can pull right out of here. Okay. I'm gonna be real. I don't want to eliminate Colonel Weston from suspicion, because that dude is so incompetent that he may be intentionally burying leads. Let's pull Henry Bailey out of here. I'm not gonna say... Wait, is this actually a trick question? Is it all of the above? No, because I think Albert Bagby's the ghost man. Let's try a couple of them. I'm gonna start with Bailey, the bartender.
Henry Bailey.
The estimable barman. I myself can testify that he was in the bar during the time of the murder.
Yeah, yeah. This is gonna be all the above, isn't it? I'll give a couple more a try. Just to see what he says.
Albert Bagby.
Of course. While the Monkshead pub does not open until 11, Monsieur Bagby could not have made his way to Cutter's Cove and back again in 20 minutes.
This is true, very true.
Colonel Weston.
But of course, Colonel Weston is an old friend with the uncompromising belief in the rule of law.
All right. It's all the above, isn't it?
All of the above.
Yes, Hastings, you can now dispense with the, how you call them, the players of the bits? Now we can focus on the true suspects.
All right.
Now let us turn our attention to the more likely suspects. Which is your choice as murderer?
Ooh, moment of truth. Okay. Let's be real here. John North is not an option. I was expecting that. And so we've got Major Barry, Horace Blatt, Emily Brewster, Hilary Castle. I'm not going to read all these names out. That's stupid. Okay, I'm going to go through one by one. Major Barry, he's an old creep, but no real motive. I think that he would not have lived this long if he was that obsessive over women like Arlena Stewart. Horace Blatt, he's wrapped up in something, but he's honestly kind of a badass, and I wouldn't suspect him to commit some kind of petty murder like that. Brewster, definitely not. Wait. No. Okay, I think Brewster, if anything, would go out of her way to murder, like, Gideon Fell as vigilante justice, but I don't see any connection for her murdering Arlena Stewart. Hilary Castle, hard no. She's just wrapped up with the Germans. Rosamund Darnley, hard no, and I'm kind of surprised that she isn't completely exempt from suspicion. Carrie and Oakley Gardner. These two were two of my biggest suspects to begin with because I thought it was a clever subplot that Arlena completely tanked their theater. But Oakley's an alright fella. I don't know, I'm kind of 50-50 on them. I would be considering them. Then we got Kenneth Marshall, Lindith Marshall. I think they may have had some ulterior motives, but I wouldn't suspect them. Christine's too nice of a lady. Patrick is definitely no. I'm leaning towards Stephen Lane right here. I think Stephen Lane, the vicar, or the wicar, whatever you call it, of the church, he has been way too suspicious of a character. He's obviously a zealot of a kind. But that doesn't fit the obsession themes, though. Maybe John North or J.N., whoever wrote those notes, fits into the puzzle differently. I'm really between right now the Gardners and Stephen Lane, specifically Oakley and Stephen. So I guess it could be Christine if I really stretched it, but she was very helpful to us. I'm gonna say, let's go with my gut. I'm going Stephen Lane.
Stephen Lane.
A man so consumed by his zealotry, he has lost his position as a minister of God? The religious fanatic is indeed a man who could be driven to take it upon himself to personally destroy the evil he sees.
Okay, so that wasn't enough for him. Is he... Ooh, this is almost scary. So I think that means that it's not Stephen, or maybe he just wants to get us to have like a couple of picks so we can hear what he thinks of him. In that case, Oakley's my second pick.
Oakley Gardner.
The likable Mr. Gardner, who takes so long to find the knitting wool, and who was ruined by Arlena Marshall?
That's true. And I wanted to say also, I forgot to say it, we never got a confirmation that Stephen Lane made it to that St. Patrick in the Combe church this day. We haven't seen him at all. So it totally makes sense if he just outright disappeared. Okay, part of me wants to say Linda, because I want to see just how blown away Poirot would be by that accusation. Because that would be really heavy if Linda murdered her stepmom. Yeah, fuck it. Let's say Linda and see what he says.
Linda Marshall.
Again, empathy? To protect him from the woman who makes him the cuckold in the eyes of all the world? Already she is attracted by the unhealthy interests. Already she knows the violence that can strike without warning. Yet she would seem to have the unimpeachable alibi thanks to Madame Redfern.
What am I talking about? She's got motive, just not the alibi works. But that cloth was a weird mix-up too. Christine and Patrick, I'm gonna leave them out for the minute. Kenneth was definitely lying to us, but I think it's just him being a cuck and being too embarrassed to like talk about how terrible his marriage was. I'm stumped. Who else in here do I genuinely consider to be a suspect? I guess Carrie Gardner also.
Carrie Gardner.
Another who is hiding something? Would she strike down the woman who ruined her husband's business?
No. Okay, yeah. I'm second-guessing that as soon as he says it out loud. Yeah, that's a no for me. I don't think it was Carrie Gardner. If anything, her husband took it on as a lone wolf plot. Let's see what he says about Kenneth.
Kenneth Marshall.
I guess we're gonna go through all of
jealous
them.
husband? Even the cool customer like Captain Marshall may have the fires that burn deep inside.
And there's the money motive, too.
Oh, the inheritance.
Yes, the background check of Scotland Yard should reveal if he has the reverses in business.
Okay, let's power through the rest of these. Let's do the Redferns.
Christine Redfern.
On the face of it, the most likely suspect? The jealousy for her is the most immediate and intense. Yet she too would seem to have the unimpeachable alibi, according to Mademoiselle Marshall.
Unless it was both of them! They could have both just lied and killed her together. Ooh, I just thought of that, but I'm probably just overreacting. Patrick.
Patrick Redfern.
Again, an obsession that Elena Marshall has decided to end? Their lover spurned? Yet where is the opportunity? His movements are witnessed by many, including myself, until he set off in the rowboat with Mademoiselle Brewster.
Plus he found the corpse, which is not very murderer of you.
Major Barry.
For Major
Self-report.
Barry, a man who has lived through the violence of war, an obsession rebuffed by Madame Marshall may indeed have turned to more violence.
Just because he's a combat veteran doesn't mean he's a psychopath.
Horace Blatt.
It is true the man has secrets. He would also have had the opportunity to slip quietly ashore at Cutter's Cove and depart in his sailboat during the time of the murder.
Okay, what is he going to say about Rosamund Darnley?
Rosamund Darnley.
The murder of empathy, to protect the man she truly loves. She is a strong woman who has succeeded in the business world. It is possible she would be capable of such an act.
Hillary Castle?
Hillary Castle.
And then he's probably going to say
Alina
Brewster
could have
after this.
figured out that she was betraying her country.
Self-preservation. I did not see among her many attractive qualities any
Nazi.
indication that
See.
Mrs. Marshall possessed the instincts of a detective. Still, it is a possibility.
Emily Brewster.
The athletic Mademoiselle Brewster is a woman strong enough to strangle another, as your experiment proved.
Yes, yes.
And we have not determined a sufficient alibi for her, I think. And yet, she is another like Monsieur Blatt, par example, who apparently has no motive for the crime at all. Voila! There we have it then.
Apparently no motive.
Barring new evidence against any of those we have eliminated, there are 12 suspects. Some would seem to have no motive, others no opportunity. But at this stage, we must keep our minds open to all possibilities. You agree?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Then when you are ready, we will return to Seadrift Island. It is late in the afternoon. In only hours, the truth will reveal itself and the killer will face the ultimate court.
Fuck yeah. Alright, we're going into the finale. I can smell it.